forward. Back off. Multiple minutes, back off.
Brad, are you hit or no? Hit my windshield. I don't think I'm hit.
Deputies come under fire in the South Towns and barely escape dozens of bullets. Good evening, everyone. The dramatic standoff finally came to an end more than 12 hours later.
And tonight, the suspected gunman is under arrest. The tense situation began last night when police were called to a rural home in the town of Concord. Gunfire erupted a short time later, hitting several vehicles from the sheriff's office. Now, we've obtained the dispatch calls. News 4's Rich Newberg is learning more about the suspect. Rich?
Don and Jackie, this was a domestic incident that turned horribly bad, according to authorities, but it ended without bloodshed, thanks to some incredible police work and cooperating agencies. 48-year-old Matt Eck of the town of Concord has been charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. When 2 Erie County Sheriff patrol cars responded to a domestic violence complaint just after 9 p.m. Sunday night, deputies Brad Valentine and Jonathan Hanna were fired upon, even before they could get close to the house.
Radio, multiple rounds in my car.
Copy, back off.
Neither one are you. Neither one of us are hit.
60 rifle shell casings were found outside the house, according to authorities.
Probably 25 of those shots were aimed at our police cars.
When we pulled up close to the house, he just opened up on us, lit up both our cars. We had to get out of the sight line before he stopped shooting.
The direct line of the path of the bullets, both bullets struck both the hood and the windshield in the direct line of fire.
A third sheriff's car was also hit, as well as at least 1 car belonging to neighbors. 8 houses in the danger zone were evacuated. Some neighbors who could not be evacuated spent the night in their basement. Eck's family helped authorities deal with the suspect.
The family played a very important and a very helpful role in negotiations.
Matt Eck was said to have been on medication and had been drinking as well, according to authorities. But FBI and sheriff's negotiators were able to establish contact with the suspect through 12 hours of cell phone conversations and texts.
The communications were ongoing all night long, off and on. At times he was talking a lot, at times he was not talking for 90 minutes or more.
SWAT team members and negotiators were patient, as they say Eck went through periods of being subdued to becoming angry and agitated. The patience and persistence paid off when the suspect decided to call it quits.
And when he ultimately came around, I think he was probably tired and just wanted to end it.
Minimal force when he came out. He was simply laid on the ground. He was handcuffed and put into a police car.
Matt Eck was taken to ECMC for evaluation and then to the Erie County Holding Center. And once again, he now faces 2 charges of attempted murder. He is being held for arraignment. Reporting live, Rich Newberg, News 4 at 5.
One deputy even went to the hospital with glass in his eye after a bullet struck his windshield. News 4's George Rickard has more about the deputies who came under fire. George?
Well, fortunately, both of these deputies were still in their patrol cars when the shots rang out on Brown Hill Road near Zimmerman Road in the town of Concord. This is a photo of Deputy Jonathan Hanna's patrol car with a shot through the windshield that sent shards of windshield glass into his eye. He was taken to ECMC for treatment. Deputy Brad Ballantyne's patrol car also was hit with gunfire. It is always a traumatic experience facing this, and Sheriff Timothy Howard knows what it's like. He lost his partner 32 years ago responding to a domestic situation like this. Trooper Gary Kabaziak was killed by a mental patient in Dayton back then.
Silver and lining in every cloud enabled me to talk with both of the officers and maybe predict some of the feelings that they're going to experience and encourage them to share their thoughts with other people to make sure it doesn't overburden them. You learn from everything that you're involved in, and you try to make something good come from the most evil of things that you experience, and I do think that enabled me to talk better with both of the deputies this morning.
Deputy Hanna is now out of ECMC for that eye injury. Both deputies are home resting and would normally have tonight off anyway. George Rickard, News 4 at 5.